Today I'm be going over the unboxing of the Truglo magnified red dot. Can't wait to get this thing out of the package. Alright, so some time has passed since I've sighted this rifle in right here. I just been doing a little bit of thinking on how I'm going to employ this rifle, the lever action that's right here. I've done some thinking and a little bit of research, and you guys know I don't like to spend too much money and everything. I'm kind of a budget guy. I have a vortex scope on there. It works great, but the eye relief isn't quite right. It requires my eye to be a little bit closer, and I also don't want to cant or have an offset Picatinny riser. I just want two points of contact with the scope rings that are on there already. So I found another option, and with 44 Magnum rifle being kind of limited for its range and effective range and everything, and being able to effectively shoot with that, it's more of a medium range rifle or short range rifle for thick woods and everything, which is kind of what I'm going to be using it for. Otherwise, I have rifles that are meant for longer range and stuff like that. So I already have those areas covered. Having a close range rifle that's going to be used as a brush gun, I thought it'd make a lot more sense to get a red dot, and I decided on a Tru-Glo red dot. It's a 2 power magnification scope. It's 2x42mm, and so it's gonna bring a target up a little bit closer than it would with the naked eye, just enough to get a precise shot on there. I'm gonna look at this package real quick with you guys. If you read that right on the bottom right here, let's see, right there. It's a 2.5 MOA dot, which means it's going to be relatively small and clear, but also large enough to acquire your target a lot faster. There's different brightness settings. I believe there is 11 brightness settings. I'm going to look at that real quick. And it says it includes a 3-volt CR2032 battery, which is super awesome. That's a huge plus to it. I was contemplating getting the what's it called? The 6-hour Romeo 7. I looked at that. That's got really positive reviews. The battery life is 62,000 hours with continual use. So for people who do forget to leave their optic on the Romeo 7, they can keep in their gun safe on and still be able to use it and not worry about the battery being dead. With this, you'll have to remember to turn it off, but I'm not a very forgetful person, so that's kind of my deal there. But the thing that sold me on this was the reviews that I saw in there. Truglo is known for their pistol sights, so their fiber optics and everything, and then their hunting scopes. Or turkey hunting scopes and everything. Truglo is very reasonable priced, and it's not lower end quality, it's relatively higher end quality. It's a little above introductory level as far as pricing and what you get for your money. The big selling point for me was the fact that it is shock proof and waterproof, and its multi-coated lens produce more than 90% light transmittance, so it allows a lot of light to flow in and doesn't really reflect very much. I saw that it was a lot of people have these on their muzzle loaders, which I thought would be perfect for a big bore rifle like the 44 Magnum. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm actually getting a 3/4 inch riser for this thing. It's about a 5 slot, so it's not gonna exceed the length of this base here. A 5 slot isn't. So it's kind of what I want to be, kind of a trim, more no frills kind of appearance and stuff like that. I don't want any extra Picatinny slots being shown at the base of this red dot. I'm going to mount it a little bit further back right here. It's kind of where I want it to be. Just over the back of the peep sight right here. And it does have the riser that in the beginning is actually going to have see-through, so I might be able to, actually with the height of those ghost ring sights, I am going to be able to see through them and be able to co-witness, which is pretty cool. I might be using co-witness wrong. I know it's just either or and everything. Co-witness, you can see both through the same sight picture. But yeah, this thing says great for hunting and target shooting. Anyway, let's get this thing out of the package. I don't know what it is about unboxing videos, but they're pretty satisfying, if you ask me. I feel like a lot of the unboxing videos that I do and I see other people do, they get a lot of views. Alright. Oh wow, this thing's heavy. Alright, so when you open up this box here, it comes with the little torque wrench here. It's an Allen wrench. So it comes with that. The thing also says it comes with the battery. So I'm going to check to see if there's actually one of those insulators inside the battery that prevents it from turning on. I'm assuming there is. So the battery is actually going to be located on most of these, like brightness optics and everything, these red dots. You unscrew the very top of the threads right here. The battery falls out. It's going to be located inside the very top of the brightness adjuster. And it didn't have any insulator in there, so I didn't really have to unscrew that. Alright. Let's see, it's got a rubber gasket on there. It's got a rubber gasket right here where you can actually open up the battery compartment, which is really nice. I've seen a lot of like cheap red dots that don't. So then you end up getting the fouling that happens on the inside. And, I don't know, you just don't want your optics going to shit. So, alright, so it looks like this thing has 2 torque screws. I like that. There are other options online that only had 1. I don't like that. Considering that this thing's going to be going on a relatively high recoil gun. This one's actually meant for 50 caliber or shotguns and everything. Those are pretty high recoil compared to 44 mag, but if you put on something that's even lesser recoil, it's going to reduce your error and also the likelihood of it shaking loose and not being more shock absorbent. And another thing, this thing has a little warning message on there talking about how tight you need to torque it down and not to exceed it. So it says 20 inch per pound. So let's see. Wow, it's actually a really big sight picture window here. So it comes with the scope caps, which is pretty nice. I like the fact that it's not a mini red dot. So it actually looks like an optic that's actually going on a rifle, which is really nice. And so look at this big sight picture window here. It's pretty impressive. I know a lot of people who have those tactical rifles and everything, they like getting those little mini red dots that have like a very small picture window, or sight picture window, I guess you could say. Look at the magnification here. That's actually really freaking clear and nice. I'm going to turn it on once, put on low setting, 1. Alright, so I got it on. Wow, that 2.5 is actually pretty nice. Alright, well, so I'll show this to you guys. So 2.5, I'm going to come down here so you guys can actually see what it looks like. 2.5 isn't like a 1 MOA, it's quite a bit bigger. But the main feature for this rifle that I like want to turn this rifle into, I'm not needing a high magnification scope. This is a relatively low magnification scope, but I'm using this for thick woods. Hunting in the Midwest, Wisconsin, Minnesota, we have a lot of trees, a lot of hardwoods, and the deer brush is really, really thick. So that's just one of the things that we deal with as hunters, and you have to adapt if you're in the Midwest. So the red dot, also being able to magnify, is actually a really good option. I'm actually looking at the magnification now compared to the naked eye, and brings things up really nice and close. I didn't think a 2x magnification scope was actually going to bring it up that close, so it's crazy. You see it down on paper, but you don't really know what it's like until you actually have it up to your eye. So this thing does have unlimited eye relief. Doesn't really matter since I'm not turning this into a Ranger rifle or a Scout rifle, having it far away towards the center of the gun or towards the end of the gun. I actually want to bring it up pretty close right here, and I think I might be able to do that without any issues. So yeah, the weight and the quality, feel, and everything kind of reminds me of a M68 that we used to carry in the military. Those are our red dots with the honeycomb non-reflective objective covers. Yeah, this thing's really sweet. A very common scenario that I experience in the woods with any rifle that I've used is it's always, your shots are most likely going to take place in low light and everything, and getting a quality rifle scope, if it's magnified or if it's a red dot, it's super important if you're going to be shooting low light, because you got to be able to see where you're going to make that bullet placement, whether it's going to be just a little bit behind the shoulder and a little bit low, or if you're going to go for a headshot and everything. But yeah, those are always the scenarios I ran into, whether I was shotgun hunting or rifle hunting, and I think a red dot's going to really help me out with that. So that's the main reason why I wanted a red dot compared to a low magnification scope, and the fact that, you know, with a low magnification scope and everything, I don't want to cantilever it, you know. I want it to be set exactly where it's at, but the way this rifle's set up right now, it's a little bit uncomfortable to shoot, considering I have to actually make my cheek really low on the buttstock in order to have a good visual appearance with the scope. And so that's kind of my main focus and my main takeaway and reason for getting a red dot. And the clicks are definite on this thing. A lot of people, they think you have to spend, you know, over $100 on a red dot for it to be quality and everything, but that's not the case with Truglo. Truglo's been in the optics game for many, many years. I've used Truglo before. I've only had one Truglo red dot, and that was what I had on a tactical shotgun. The thing held up, and it was perfect, and I sold the shotgun, and I sold the optic on it. So now I'm back to using Tru-Glo again. Really excited to get this thing on there. Let's see here. There we go. Just so you guys can see my plans for this rifle, I'm going to kind of like set it back here. So I'm going to put that riser, and the riser is actually going to be a 5-slot riser. So it's not gonna be too invasive. It's not gonna be too long. It's not gonna be from here all the way to the back of the end of the rifle here. Yeah, I think a red dot's pretty much all you need with a rifle like this. This is considered a short barrel rifle, and it is. You are gonna get some precision out of this, but it's not meant for long distance shooting like the rest of my rifles back here. So. Yeah, this is going to be that one rifle where it's going to be my medium range, 75 to 100 yards. And as long as I'm able to hit a vital size plate, and what I mean by vital size plate, at 100 yards, I should be able to hit a dessert plate. So I'm going to put a black dot right in the center of a white dessert plate, disposable one, and see how close I can get my groups to being on that black dot inside that dessert plate. But yeah, for my first impressions with this red dot, I'm actually really, really happy with it. The weight and the quality of the feel. I mean, people are probably going to wonder, like, you haven't used it yet. So how do you know about the quality? How can you speak about the quality? Like, this is just my first impressions. I like the feel, and the fact that it's waterproof and it's completely shock resistant was a huge selling point for me. And the price is $84.99. I got it at Cabela's. Used some of my Cabela's points, so I think this is well worth the money. And we're gonna see whatever it does in the woods. So here we are, Truglo. Super excited to get this thing on the rifle. Can't express to you guys how excited I am to get back out in the Midwest woods. Turkey season's coming up, but I'm always hoping for deer season to be right around the corner. I can't wait. Anyway, if we hold it up here, it's gonna look pretty good. Anyway, thank you for watching. Comment below if you think if this rifle is better suited for the low magnification scope or for a magnified red dot. My mind's pretty much made up, but I do like to hear what you guys have to say. Thanks.